Okay, so right now, all we have on watch is REVB. There's it's like literally nothing on my scans this morning. So, I mean, we can check for the stocks of yesterday. I can remember the names. BTCS, right? This was one. This is probably the main one I was watching yesterday. Or IMX. My daily chart's not loading. Okay. This one's been sideways all morning here. So let's see, what do we got? I prefer to have this line here. So we got a drop here below 9 for a second. Hop back up there. I possibly could have bought that dip right there actually. Yeah, I think that's something I should have done was buy that dip. I could still take another entry, but I just want to see what this is actually going to do. If it's going to keep consolidating. The 1 minute MACD doesn't look the best, but let's see. I'd rather let it set up a little bit. It's kind of just sideways at the moment. So far, it's the only one that's hit the scans. So we don't have really anything moving right now. Spreads are kind of big. I was actually thinking about buying right here on this dip, but spreads are pretty big. Well, now they tighten up. It was 16 by 5 there for a second, but the daily doesn't look the best either. It looks okay. If we could see a break of these daily highs, so the high of this one's 973, 975. We're not too far from it, but it would have to get above VU up. So there's a massive rejection there. Let's try another line study. This one's not easy to borrow either. ATIP, I guess. Check this one out. Pretty light on volumes, kind of below my price range as well. We can keep it on watch though, in case it has potential. MLCO. Okay. This one doesn't look too bad. So it's running right into resistance here. Let's see if we can get some sort of pattern out of this. I might just get in on this next 5 minute actually. I'd like to see it pop up a little here. Let's just get that out. Oh my god. I literally just missed I missed that whole move there because I was trying to fix my stupid trend line. Amazing. Jesus, I'm not even gonna bother with it. So I missed missed a good entry there at 1070. We can still get in for the break. Wait for this next 1 minute candle. It's kind of flagging here. Hasn't made a higher high yet. So there's the break. That's crazy because I knew this was the candle getting on too. I just didn't take it because I was, again, too focused on my stupid trend line. Awesome. And now my chart's stuck. So I'm gonna buy in here on this dip at 1082. Let's see if this actually works. I drew my trend line there. Might have gotten a little too early if I'm being honest. Well, definitely not a good move so far. I'm still gonna hold during this pullback. 10 minutes still looks pretty good, so hopefully we could see some momentum back up. But right now, that was just not a right move. See how this plays out. I definitely don't want to see it below 70, and that's what it's doing. So there's a pop back to 76 here. I'm going to stop out at 76 for small loss. Okay, so if I kept it in the way that I originally kept it, then it would make sense why this is not a buy. But I decided to adjust it. So obviously it broke below, and that was a change in momentum there. And now it's breaking even lower. It's easy to borrow here, so I could take a short position on it. I do like this to the short side right now just because it broke its pattern. It would have to break below 1065 though. So I'd have to break this level. Let's get rid of this trend line here. So there's the break. Let's see if it can hold this level. After that, I have room all the way to 1042. So let's see. Next 5 minute will open here pretty soon. There's another break. I'll let it break and then it'll come back. I'll let it come back to somewhere around VWAP before I take another entry. Right now it's pulling back a little too much, I'd say. Dips are getting bought up somewhat though. See if we get some sideways consolidation. If we do get some sideways consolidation, I'm going to mark this as a flag, and then we can go ahead and see a drop again back to 1050 or so. Okay, well, it dropped all the way back to 1052 there for a second. Now it's popped all the way back up to 1060. Looks like it's going to go green here. So broke its 5-minute low, but now it's popping back up. Right now it's just kind of sideways, I guess. Okay, so I do like this. It pulled back to VWAP and now it's having a hard time breaking over. So I'm gonna take my short entry here. 300 shares at 61. See if I can get this below 50. Okay, so if it breaks this last 1-minute high, I'm out. And I think that'll be it for me today. Back at 61. Back to 60. Let's see if we get the break back into the 50s here. Not a lot of volume coming in. It's kind of just choppy here. A lot of buyers now at 60. Moved down to 59 for a second. It's having a hard time breaking here. So I'm gonna have to most likely stop out on this. The reason I bought this for a short position is because it looked like it pulled back and then it's going again, but now it's pulling back a second time. So I can't tell if it's wanting to squeeze higher or if it's trying to break lower. Here's the 1-minute high break, so I'm gonna have to stop out here. 70, yeah. So trying to stop out at 72. Not filled. Get out there. So really high stop. So just not working out. I don't know. I can't recognize this pattern. The way I saw it, let me go ahead and draw a trend line out here real quick. The only reason I was debating whether to sell here is because it did make a higher low. It didn't push significantly to the downside, so I was considering selling here in the 50s, but I don't know. I thought the next 1 minute could maybe pull back a little, and then I guess the second 1 minute, which is the one that's open right now, would be the one to break. But obviously it broke that last 1 minute high, and that just didn't work out. Let's go ahead and see trend line. Okay. Can't even describe what I was trying to see. Jesus, hold on. Yeah, I can't even describe what I was seeing here. Basically, here, let me just try and do it a little better here. If my stupid charts would let me, Jesus. I can't even, like, what is it selecting? Oh my god. Trend line, okay. Well, my chart just froze, cool. Okay, basically when it had pulled back here, I thought, like, okay, we kind of saw a pullback here already. We'd seen a massive pullback, so I was like, well, if it tests VWAP and it can't break over VWAP, which it couldn't, although it had this huge spike, I felt, well, if this candle pulled back, we could see another candle drop, which it did, but I figured that we would see continuation to the downside in the next 1 minute. Even though this next 1 minute opened pretty low, it just shot all the way up to 72, 70, whatever. And that, kind of was it for me. That's right. I thought I'm going to get out. So I just figured if it pulled back the way it did, and then it, what is it called? Like if it couldn't break over VWAP, then that was the move to make. So that's why I went ahead and took that position. But I also thought at the same time, when this one actually broke lower, I thought if it can't break this low, or if it can't even double bottom here, then I have to stop out because it's just not working out. I still think it's forming some sort of flag in this area though. I would like to see the next 5 minute open low, and then that would probably be the time to get in. Because right now it's having a hard time, still breaking over VWAP. I think maybe I just got faked out and it's kind of just forming a little triangle here or a wedge. So for example, well, if I can draw a stupid trend line. So there, and then something like right there. I'm assuming that's what's happening. So we'll go ahead and try and get it. I'm still not at $100 yet. We'll keep a tight stop and we'll go ahead and try and make another move here. I'm still feeling it's towards the short side, honestly. But we'll see on this next 10-minute open or next 5-minute open what it actually wants to do. It's coming really close here. So I guess for confirmation, it would really just need to break below 62 and hold. Right now it's just hovering at 60. It's holding 60, holding 60. It did break trend here. Not by much, but it still broke a little bit. See if we get that 5-minute high break. Next 1-minute candle's opening here. This next 5-minute candle is actually opening pretty high. I would like to see this one finish a little lower. To the short side at least, but looks like it wants to be somewhat of a long position. On the 1 minute, it doesn't look like a long position right now. But right here, I'm going to try and get in again at 66. Not getting filled. Canceled my order. So there's the break. Broke its 5-minute high. So I would have been completely wrong on a short position here. Oh, you know why? Okay, I see. I see exactly what I was doing wrong. Okay. It's an inclining wedge, so it's not making, I guess lower lows or anything. If it was a declining wedge, then we can definitely see continuation to the downside, but it's inclining, so I'm assuming that's why it broke out there. Why I made the wrong move trying to buy in at 66 for a short position. SBEV's popping up, but it's still below my level here, so let's see. So now it's pulling back too much. Man. See if we get another 1 minute to set up. Get another flag going here. Or just a rejection, that's weird. So this one's just not holding any of its levels really. It's just making a big move or popping and then just rejecting. I don't know. For this one to confirm a downside direction, I would want to see a break at least like 55 or break into 57 at least and actually hold. 5-minute looks super bad though. There's a nice pop off of VWAMP. I think this is the perfect stock for me to be practicing on too, just because it's not such a huge mover. It's not a super volatile. Obviously, I'm not taking, $200, $300 losses on this one, which is good, but still taking a loss regardless. So I couldn't figure out the move. Now I kind of see it, what's going on, but now it's just sideways in this little range. I'm just waiting it out, trying to see what else I can find. So next 5 minutes gonna open here. If the 5-minute low can break 65, then it doesn't look too bad. We can take another attempt at a short position. I'm gonna go ahead and move this trend line here. Let's see what else we got. My God, these charts suck. Okay. So I'm going to take a short here at 69 again. We're going to try this out a second time. 69, I'm looking for the break through 65. And keep a tight stop on this one. High 74 on that candle. If it breaks that 1 minute high, that's okay. I'm just gonna still wait it out for the 5 minute. Overall, I'm looking for that 5 minute low to break. So the low of this 5 minute candle is 65. This 1 minute candle is finishing pretty high, which I don't want to see. See if we can get 70 here again. Right now it's just kind of flat. It's just sideways. There's the high break. Still gonna wait it out a little bit. Jeez, I'm making all the wrong moves today. So there's a break down to 72 again. See if we can get a continuation down through VWAP. Still holding, just gonna keep waiting it out. 71 now. So looking for that breakthrough VWAP, which I'm literally filled at VWAP here is 69. But if we don't happen to get it within the next couple candles, I'm just gonna have to stop out here. Looking for a low finish. Still on an upwards trend here, but I'm gonna wait it out a little bit longer. See if we get that shift of momentum. A breakthrough VWAP would really seal the deal here. Slowing down a lot, volume's decreasing. It's having a hard time push above 80 for sure. It's making lower highs. Let's see. There's 69, 68. Not a significant break yet. Let's go ahead and see if it can continue. 5 minute is looking pretty weak, but with that bounce right there, doesn't have me too convinced anymore. I might have to stop out here. Still looking for that shift in momentum. Waiting it out. If it breaks through 80, I'm out. That's gonna have to be it for me. $79. It's 80. So stopping out here at 79. Gonna try to at least. There we go. Stopped out at 82, I guess. So, Jesus, man. This is not my day today. So it broke out there again to the long side. I was really hoping that this candle or these two candles would actually break lower, but just not my day. Another $130 loss here. I don't know. I think that's gonna be it for me this week. I'm gonna need more time to review the candlestick patterns or just trends, because this is not working out here. Let's see. I had a feeling once this candle broke, or once this candle broke this one's high, that was kind of it. Especially if it broke this last high of 78. I was like, oh, that's kind of it for me, because it's just going to keep going through 80, I'm sure. That's exactly what happened. So I don't know. I need to go back, review this tape, and see what I'm missing here. Again, the reason I took this trade was just because the 5 minute was pretty low, and it didn't look like it had much momentum to the high side. You have this high red volume candle, I guess, like this big red candle, and then you have weakness up here. It's having a hard time break over 70, or holding above 70 at least, breaking over 80, and then it's kind of consolidating here, holding this VWAP level. This was a kind of an obvious break. I didn't recognize it at the time. So this was a nice break here on the 5-minute, but it again rejected with this huge inverted hammer. So I was like, well, if it rejected that much already, it's having a hard time breaking over 80. Most likely this next 5 minutes is just going to curl back to the downside. But you can go ahead and see a break lower, especially if this next 10-minute opens pretty low. But obviously it just popped on me there. It couldn't hold the lows, so it just it was holding the lows, my bad, and it just ripped higher after that. So it didn't want to break any lower than 65 or 70 for a second. So, you know, if it did, that would have looked nice on I guess for my trade, but clearly it couldn't. So that's kind of just where I have to leave it. Oh well. So we'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and not take any trades tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and review, I guess, what's been going on, or just try to look for patterns or look for trends and see if I can recognize any. That's what we're gonna do tomorrow instead of actually taking a trade. So I don't know. We gotta keep this shit tight because it's already coming to 1,000 on the account. I'm actually at 1,100 now, so that's really not looking hot. Can't be taking these trades. You know, I gotta be more mindful of what I'm doing here. Again, it looks pretty good to the downside, but it didn't work out in my favor. This trade just wasn't necessary up here. Obviously, it made this huge move. I was obviously catching the back end, so it made no sense. This one, I could have sold for some profit, but I just held the entire position because I thought it might pull back to VWAP and then pull back again, or come back a second time to test 1050. Obviously not, so had to stop it with a big loss there. And again, with this candle over here, I was hoping that it would break lower below VWAP, but just couldn't do it. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I will see you guys tomorrow, and we'll go ahead and review some, I guess, trades.